What's cooking good looking?
Well, what's the time, actually?
It's 1:15.
1:15. This is pretty much my first meal for the day. I've had a banana. Yeah. Mostly I don't wake up hungry, but lately I have, but today I didn't. And I've had a banana and maybe 4 or 5 raspberries I stole from Frank. And that's our little one who'll eat a whole punnet in one go. I'm having that same rice, and I've just made a soup out of it with my greens and a tiny bit of tofu. There's hardly any left. And then just a little bit of stock that I've put on top. So I've just put a teaspoon of stock on top after I've made it, so I don't cook it in there because it's then less diluted. And this, you eat less.
This soup is the key to Mandy's amazing hair.
Amazing hair? Are you joking? You just have no idea. Don't worry about him.
Your hair looks beautiful.
Thank you.
Is that it?
Yeah. Snack, mandarin, banana. Might have an apple too. Andrew found some nice Fujis. Hi everyone. So I'm making dinner. I'm using leftover veggies. So we normally shop for fresh stuff every day. The shop's quite close, so we just go every day and get what we need. But because of the lockdown situation with the coronavirus, we've been going more like once a week. So I have leftovers from last week that I want to finish today and buy more tomorrow. And I have had an aubergine, and that's in there now. Sorry about the state of the stove, it's pretty gross. Aubergine and a mushroom in there together with salt, not salt, but vegetable stock which contains salt, because that offsets the bitterness of the aubergine. So I won't need to add any more salt to this recipe overall. It's not that much actually, but it's still there, and I'm trying to keep it down a little bit. I will be adding zucchini and cauliflower and chickpeas. I found a tin of chickpeas. I'm so happy. And then I'm going to wrap that all up in a flatbread that I'm going to attempt to make from potatoes, like pre-cooked potatoes. They were cooked in the pressure cooker. So I have smashed the, to use a really hipster word, the chickpeas. I want one of them flatter because I think they'll be stickier to everything else. So I want the filling to stay not as crumbly and run out the sides because it's difficult for the kids to eat it. So that's why I've done that. You don't have to do that. Hello, it's been a culinary disaster, unsurprising. I was a bit too ambitious and I tried to guess my way through making some potato flatbread. And firstly our pan that's totally non-stick normally is amazing, and it just didn't work. So it burned to the pan, so I couldn't do it that way. So I added more flour and tried to make it into a dough that I could then bake, and that didn't work either. It just did not go
According to plan.
According to plan. It's just, anyway, so in the end I found it. We normally have Taco Tuesday on Tuesday, but we didn't have it last week. But we had tacos that I've let the boys have, just normal long processed tacos. They're having that with the mix that I've made, which I'll explain in a sec. And I found these white corn tortillas that I had in the cupboard, and actually they're actually really good. I didn't realise, but there's no oil in them at all. There's no sugar. It's just white corn, and it's got some stabilizers and things that I haven't checked out. Look, it's not perfect.
Survived the whole time.
It's not perfect, but it's an A. It's an A or a B minus rather than an A plus. So whatever, we've got to eat. I'm so hungry, but it took me so long to end up doing it. So we've got fresh lettuce from the garden. I put all that in. I was going to make a Turkish or a Greek actually kind of flavoured mix to make a wrap with this flatbread, which has a story behind it that I'll tell you another time when I get the recipe right. So tomorrow I'm going to look for a good recipe for flatbread, and I don't think I can do it tomorrow. I'm scarred, if I'm honest. But anyway, dinner's pretty good. It's not the normal taco thing. We've had some complaints, but it's going down the hatch.
Mama.
Yeah. So I'm going to revise my last thing.
That was funny.
This is what came out on my last attempt at anything. I just went, God, I've just got to cook something. So I've stuffed some things in there. So this is just flour and lots of potatoes blended and then made into a dough a little bit. Obviously, it's completely not fit for the purpose that I made it for. But it could actually work. It's not flatbread.
It's lumpy.
It could actually work. It's very lumpy and crunchy, which is good. No oil or anything. Just a bit of salt.
It does actually look yum. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's not. It's nice. It's good. It's just not what it. So I'm thinking now maybe it's like a pizza base or something, like potato pizza base.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah. So we could actually.
Yeast.
Anyway. Yeah, you can show. Yeah, it's got yeast in it. Yeah, I put a bit of yeast in it.
Got yeast in it, Frank?
Nutritional yeast, not bread making yeast. I'm going to get you a bit. Yep. So this could be actually really good for lots of other things. Like I could make a really tasty bread out of this. But it's got a bit too much flour. Anyway, back to the drawing board another day. But that's the story of the flatbread incident. Well, that was a bit of a weird dinner. Really nice still, but just not what I expected to be making. Anyway, I'm going to work on that flatbread because I really want to get that right. Please let me know if you've got any recipes. I'm going to go back through the Spud Challenge group because I know people were making some good ones back then. Either way, it's nearly bedtime, but I'm hungry again, and I'm going to have 2 bananas, and I've just had a mandarin, and I've got a nice cup of peppermint tea, and all is good with the world. Well, actually, that could not be further from the truth, but in my tiny little microcosm here right now, it's as good as it's going to get. Okay.